You ain't never heard it like this. Hey, yeah, it's time to get lit. Hey, time to get your its on, sis. Hey, yeah. Woo. It's about to go down like right now. She got beauty, she got inspiration, she got marriage, she got lifestyle. Like officially Takara, yeah. Officially Takara, hey. Better tap in, yeah. Hey, don't nobody go harder. Yeah, this every Thursday and Sunday. You better tune in, you better tap in. Yeah, you don't wanna miss what she gon' say. Like, let go.
What up, it's your girl Officially Takara, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, want to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe, hit those post notifications, that way so you can be on top of our next video, my next video every single time that it comes, and doing it every Thursday and Sunday for you guys. Just want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you have before, welcome back. So today, video on my newest published book, my first book actually. Published my first book and wrote my first book. So we're gonna get into that today. So I've had like ton of questions about, hey Takara, what was the publishing process? Hey, what encouraged you to write the book? I've gotten like probably over 20 questions from you guys. So I have my laptop here that way so I don't forget all of them, so I can make sure I get all of them answered for you guys. And just kind of tell you guys about my process and kind of, how I got started and everything. So I guess before I get to the questions, I guess I can kind of start with that. So the title of my book is called Quick Hitters, Scriptures, Inspirations, and Affirmations for Life Lessons. I'll be honest, I got to look at the title sometimes because I be forgetting what order that it was in. But, so basically it's a self-help book, a Christian self-help book. It's meant to inspire people. It's me just kind of tying in the lessons that I've learned in life. In my 20s, this was something I wanted to do by 30, to be honest with you guys too as well. So I had a goal in mind. I've been trying to write a book for like 2 years. Just couldn't get it done. I've planned it. I've had all the chapters written out, but I just didn't get it done. So locked myself in a room for a week and a half, was determined to get it done, and that's what I did. So it's a Christian self-help book, kind into life lessons, and it's called Quick Hitters because it's a very quick read. It's only 105 pages. I had someone tell me they read the book in 2 hours, which could possibly happen. And I've had other people who tell me, hey, couldn't put your book down, but I'm trying not to finish it all in one day. It's kind of meant for that reason. That's why it's called Quick Hitters. It's a quick read. It's meant for you to read it quickly, and for you to get like a boost of get like a boost of motivation, or you to be fired up after reading it. So if you read the book quick, that's okay. It's meant for that because it is called Quick Hitters. So like I was saying, I know I kind of got all over the place, but so I locked myself in a room for a week and a half. Back in January, I did take off work for a week to finish my book and to focus on my book, but I didn't get done. Last December, around Christmas break, I talked to one of my homeboys, and he was just like, hey, I feel like you should write a book. And I was like, about what? He was like, I just think you can write a book about transitions in life and just kind of what you've been through, and because you're like a really good encourager. I was like, cool. So wrote out the chapter list, kind of went from there. I started out writing. It just didn't really come to me. I didn't really have the inspiration to get it all out there, but here it is. So also, I will tell you this. So July 28th, I quit my full-time job. Sounds crazy, I know. So I had a plan in place. I was very unhappy at my job, very draining at my job. Couldn't take it anymore because I felt like I'm not meant to work for other people. So that was a part of, how I had the motivation to do this too as well. Because I'm going to be honest with you. So with me not working, I would put myself and my husband in a really good place, paid my car off, paid bills, kind of planned for this moment. Planned for it to be able to do that. Then I just told myself, at the end of the day, y'all, to be honest with y'all, I'm a hustler. So if you're a hustler, if you're a natural born hustler like myself, I get it from my dad, you're going to find out ways to get income. So that was the motivation too behind this book. Like, hey, got to get it out, got to get something coming in. So that was part of it too as well. So that's a big thing. I haven't really shared it with a lot of people. Why not? Because I was waiting on the right time to put it out there as far as the testimony. And also too, I didn't really broadcast it because too as well, like, when you're making a choice to, and this is gonna bless somebody, if you're making a choice or wanting to do something to better your life, or if you know that you're more than where you're at right now, you have to find a way to block out other people's opinions and what they may think, or they may say you're crazy, but you have to trust yourself. And me, I'm betting on myself every single time. So, because I know what I can do, I know what I'm capable of, and I'm out here doing it, period. You know what I'm saying? So just don't put yourself in a position to just, I ain't saying go out and do what I did. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you set yourself up. Make sure you can afford to do it, which I could. But like I said, like, don't be afraid to take risks. Like, if you know that you're greater than something and you know you have something else in you, like, don't allow other people's opinion to stop that. Like, do what you want to do. Bet on yourself always. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get into the questions. Well, I guess I can just kind of get into the process too. I'll get into the process too of kind of how I published it. So my book was actually published August 17th. I made up the mind that I was going to self-publish. I reached out to one of my close friends, one of my old teammates. Shout out to Kevin. She actually has 2 books too as well on Amazon. And I'll put those in the link in the bio too as well. Kind of reached out to her like, hey, how did you get your book published? And I've actually planted these seeds before. I've asked my other friends, probably the prior years, asking their process of how they publish their books, because I do have like at least 4 or 5 friends who have written books, and a few of them told me that they didn't have a good experience with their publisher or their publishing company. Like, hey, I'll never do this. Next time I'm going to self-publish. So kind of looking for a publishing company was never an option of mine. Especially too, they said the process of that takes a while. I wanted to get this out quickly because I'm the type of person, when I get focused on something, if I get to writing, I can finish. I work very, very fast, which that kind of makes it hard for me to work with other people sometimes because I work so quickly. I literally got done with this book in a week's time, y'all. Probably maybe within days. I wrote it that quick. So working with the publishing company was something that I've never really said I wanted to do. I've actually watched a lot of webinars too as well. I remember when I was when I stayed in Murfreesboro, my pastor had did a webinar on how to write a book, or you know what I'm saying. I paid like $30 for that, and just kind of listened to his story. Listened that he had written at least 6 books at the time, so just kind of invested in myself. Watched YouTube videos on writing books and stuff like that. Did a little research too as well, but self-publishing was the best option for me, and I self-published through Amazon. KDP Publishing. Amazon, let me tell you something. Amazon got it going on, okay? Amazon gets to the coins. All right, baby. They in their hands and everything. So I researched that. My friend, she was saying I self-published my book. I went through Amazon. She sent me the link, read up on it. Bam. I literally, y'all, it was so easy. Like, a lot of people have been in my inbox, like, because I was the same way. I was on the other side of this, and I was just like, it seems like it's so hard to write a book. It seems like it's such a process to get it published. Y'all, like, I wrote this stuff in a week, got it edited. My cousin is actually a vice president of a college. She was an English major. She's a really big writer. She has written, like, curriculum for education. So she was my editor. That didn't cost me anything because I knew her. I'm not really sure about how editing costs too as well, but I chose her because she is a perfectionist. I knew that she could do it fast, and I knew that she would do it right. And I trusted her with my work, and I knew that she would probably benefit from reading it. And she's actually 50 years old, and she loved the work. She encouraged me with the work too as well. She edited my book in probably a day and a half. Really, day and a half. And it took her that long because she was saying that she got so into reading it and she liked it. So she kind of got off task, but y'all, she read it that quick and edited it that quick. But that's why I chose her, because I knew that she would get it done that quick. So that benefited me, so I didn't have to spend anything there. The hardest thing that I think I probably struggled with, I know that I struggled with, was doing the dang cover. So I did the cover on Canva, but I didn't research the whole cover thing, y'all. I will say this. I didn't research that part. I was just thinking that I could just, boom, create one little page on Canva, upload it, boom. No, baby, you gotta have a whole template. So if you're thinking about, if you're thinking about publishing your book on Amazon, which I highly recommend if it's your first one, if it's something you kind of just want to get out there quickly, I've had a great experience so far. A few things I didn't like, which we'll get to that in a second, but they have a whole template link that shows you how to do your cover, and it has to be a certain way. That took me 8 hours. So August 17th, I had my manuscript. I was ready to put my manuscript out there. This cover took 7 to 8. It took all day because I didn't want to follow directions and I didn't want to slow down. Slowing down speeds you up. I didn't want to slow down and read. And I watched like 4 YouTube videos on it, but it's like I would get what I think I knew. Well, I would get what I heard, what I thought I had it, and I'm like, boom, okay, I got it. I don't need to listen to the rest of the video. But I kept having to go back and forth. So just take your time, watch the video. One thing about Amazon too as well, they do have a template for you, and there's videos on YouTube that will show you how to do your cover for your book. Only thing about my cover, because I'll be honest with y'all, I got so fed up, I got impatient. You know how usually books have the title here? I didn't have all that because I couldn't figure it out. But baby, I said y'all gonna get what you're gonna get, okay? It's about what's inside, not on the outside. Yeah, that's how I basically did it. That was the only thing I really had trouble with. It was a very, very easy process. I highly recommend you doing that. If you're just trying to get something kind of quickly out there too as well. So I answered one of the questions. So the question was, what was the hardest process of that? So that was really kind of it. The cover was what I really struggled with the most. So I'm going to kind of go through the questions that I have. Like I said, I do have them right here because it's so many. Like, it's at least 20 questions. And there's no way I was going to remember all of that for you guys. Maybe one day. I ain't there yet. But today we're going to read from the list. So someone said, love the transparency. What was the hardest thing to be transparent about in your book? The hardest thing for me to be transparent about in my book was... Let me say this. So I'm a very transparent person. I'm a very open book person about my life and kind of what I've been through. The hardest part of being transparent in my book is when I talk about my parents and their situations and their personalities. I have a chapter that says your past means nothing. And I just kind of talk about me growing up, how I grew up. You know, it's hard for me to be transparent when other people are involved because I know, even my husband, I struggle with this with my husband. He's not as transparent as I am. He's not as an open book as I am. He's very open, but not like me. So just taking other people's privacy and feelings into consideration when it comes to being transparent. And that's something I had to grow to learn. I had to grow to learn that and to be considerate of other people in their business. So that was probably the hardest part of writing the book, for sure. For sure. That's a great question. Let's see. It was... What inspired you to put your thoughts in a book, which I kind of talked about there earlier too as well. I love to help people. I love to encourage people. I feel like I've always been a great speaker. I've actually done motivational speaking in the past. I feel like I have the passion to help millions of people. So how can I reach everybody at once? Why not write a book? And like I said, I had motivation behind it too, because like I said, I had to get some income some way, somehow. You know what I'm saying? Coming in. So that was just a naturally born hustling part in me too as well. What would you tell someone who wants to publish the work they have? Just do it. A lot of people have said, like, and I think maybe sometimes I've had this thought too as well, like, you know, nobody's going to want to read what I have to say. It's a million people in this world. You can benefit someone. Now, you may not sell a whole lot of copies, possibly, if you're not marketing to the people that you think that your book is for. But I think a lot of that stuff is how you market and kind of, you know, who the book is for and who you just market the book to, or market the work that you have to, period. So if you got a book in mind, you want to get some words out there, it's for somebody. I don't doubt that one bit. I truly do believe that we all have a book in us. Because y'all, I'll be honest with y'all too. And I'm not knocking nobody else. It's a whole lot of people out here who got books. Now, some people, they may not have written their stuff. They might have had some help. Somebody else might have written it, which is fine too. Because I'm telling you right now, let me get a few little coins and then that's going to be my case. Because I really feel like I have like a whole lot more in me. But, y'all, anybody can write a book. Anybody. It's kids out here writing books. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's going to buy it. Trust me. Like I said, it's all about who you market it to and what words you have to say and just setting yourself up, you know, to be successful with it. Next question was, do you have a background in writing? Not at all. Well, I wouldn't consider this a background. When I was in elementary school, middle school, I was a really good writer then. Like, you know how you gotta do the little portfolios and all that stuff for the end of the year and all that. I can remember me writing really, really good stories, and my teachers want me to read my story to the class, or want me to read my story to board meetings and stuff like that. So I guess I've always kind of had that kind of in me, or maybe it's like a gift that I have that I didn't really kind of put out there. I used to do a blog. I did a blog a few years ago. My mom is an English teacher. My mom is a writer. So it could be kind of a family thing too as well. My mom's really good at writing. She can write poems. She's really good at that too as well. So I guess it's something, I wouldn't say that I have a background. Also too, now that I think about it, in college, I think I might have wrote a paper or two for one of my teammates or something like that, and they got a good grade on it. So I think maybe it's just something. But I can remember back then, I will say this, I can remember like in 4th grade, I wrote a story. I used to write like kind of horror stuff too. Like, I don't know why I liked that back then when I wrote a story in 4th grade. I can remember my teacher asking me to read it out loud, and I can remember the same energy that I had towards this book, because I've had plenty of questions too about how many hours I spent. I can't really say hours on it because I kind of took breaks. I'm just gonna put it in days. I'm gonna say over a week, but not all the hours in a week. You know, I was probably doing maybe 4 hours a day, but I had the time, like I said. But I can remember me having that same adrenaline 4th grade writing one of my stories that I wrote that I had with this, because like once I got going, like I couldn't stop. So I would put on music, I would literally lay in bed, and y'all be honest with y'all, I wrote this whole book with my iPhone, literally in the notepad, the whole iPhone. That's what I did to write it, the whole iPhone, like just in notes, just writing it, that's it, just typing it in. I put some music on, Donnell Jones, Where I Want to Be album, that's my favorite. I put that on and just stuck with it, did it. I may have took a little break to eat, but I had the same adrenaline that I had in 4th grade when I wrote my portfolio, that I'm pretty sure I got like a distinguished, it's like distinguished proficient, distinguished proficient, was it apprentice? I don't remember, y'all. Novice. I know I'm probably all messed up, but y'all get the idea. But I remember getting distinguished. I know that was like the highest one, like a 4 in my portfolio, because of that one story. So just me having that same energy and that same motivation, just getting it out there and getting it done. I'm a get it done person. I'm not really a procrastinator. Once I set my mind to something, it's going to happen, and that's just how my mind works. Now, some people tell me, I've had a lady tell me she's been writing a book for 18 years. You know what I'm saying? And clearly she stopped and started and stopped and started. But the best way that I would say that kind of helped me is me starting with the chapter. So like for me, I would think, boom. And I say like some of my chapters names are, let's see. I know one is You Are Not Perfect. So I would put You Are Not Perfect down, and then I might start writing in my thoughts of You Are Not Perfect. So I started with chapters, or a chapter I had, Be True to Yourself. I could be in the middle of writing the Be True to Yourself chapter, then another chapter name would come to me. I would back out, write the chapter name, then continue writing, or I would skip around too as well, or let me start in this chapter, because if I got like if I had like a little writer's block in a chapter, I would go to the next one and just start writing and start writing and start writing. So I kind of knew how I had, I'll be honest with you too. So my book, just kind of let your ideas go, like just whatever comes to you. So I'll be honest with y'all, like I had no intentions of writing a Christian self-help book. I had no intentions for God to be all up in it, but he got there. So all of my chapters kind of start out with the scripture. And basically, I'm backing up what I'm about to tell you in the scripture. And also, too, one thing I like about the book too is it's like a workbook type of thing. So I left space kind of for you to write in your thoughts. But I wrote this book kind of based off what I like and what helps me and what motivates me. And self-reflection, I love a good self-reflection book, child. And I've been reading a lot here lately. All the books that I have been reading have stopped to ask you questions and recaps and stuff like that on the chapter. So that was kind of my motivation behind that too as well. But it's okay. Just understand that you might have to skip around a little bit. That's what I had to do. But just me having the chapters outlined was how I got started and kind of what motivated me. You know what I'm saying? You could have a chapter that says fruit. That's something I can think of. And you write all about fruit, and then boom, bananas. You might want to do another chapter for banana. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. So that's kind of really how I kind of did that part, which was really helped me. So a great question was, how much do you determine how you sell the book for? How much you sell the book for. So I'll be honest with you. I'll be transparent on this one. I prayed about how much I want to sell the book for, because at the end of the day, it's like I said, I still wanted to generate income with this book. But for me, the message was most important, and I was passionate about the message. So that was the big thing for me, passionate about the message. So for me, it wasn't really, and they always say if you passionate about something, the money don't matter. But for me, like, I just prayed about it, and God said $12.99. If it was up to me, I would have wrote a book that cost $20 so I can get them royalties up. But I just really meditated on it. I prayed on it, and I just heard a voice, well, the Lord's voice, and it just said $12.99. So that's what I put the book out there for. I will say this. So here recently, like the last 2 days, yesterday actually, Amazon marked the price down for my book. They took it down $1. So I'm thinking, like, what y'all finna do? Like, why y'all changing the price of my book? But apparently they kind of go by like analytics and kind of like the clicks and stuff like that, and kind of what they know. And they're like, hey, they'll do like, hey, your book will sell more at this price, or if we lower it at this price. You know what I'm saying? Like that, because maybe you're getting the clicks or something like that, but on your little link or whatever, but you'll sell more at this price. So they kind of do their own little thing too. But honestly, the most important thing to me was that their royalty check was still the same. So I'll be honest with y'all, I don't care if they price the book for $2, as long as I still get my little cut. And that's another thing too as well. So one thing about Amazon that I do like, because I had someone ask me too as well. They was like, well, hey, why didn't you just buy the copies and make your own website and sell it on your own website? Which would have been cool. I probably could have made more off that. You made more. I think you get like, I think they take like 6% or something like that. But, they do take a nice little chunk out, but this is how I see it though. So me, I know myself, you got to know yourself too. You could do that, but I will say this, my author copies have taken forever to come in. I'll be honest with y'all, like I said, my book published August 31st. I had to order, and I did August 17th, I'm tripping. I announced it August 31st. So I did allow a few people to order the book, like my friends and stuff like that, just so they could kind of have it out there, and just kind of see how things went. I'll be honest, my author copies didn't come in until for a while. So I'll be honest, I had to actually order my own book like a customer and have them ship it out. And I didn't get that till August 31st. My friends had their hands on my book before I did. That's something I didn't like about it. I don't see why author copies take that long to come in. I'm waiting on 20 author copies right now that I ordered last week, and they still not gonna get here till the 21st. I don't understand that part, which is beyond me. But whatever. I guess because you get it at a cheaper price, which is cool too, I guess. But so like I said, for me to get my hands on my first book, my first one, I had to actually go on there like a customer on Amazon and order it myself, which was annoying. But that's something I didn't like. But I mean, it got here. It's cool. I think everything happens for a reason. The timing on it was fine. I announced it August 31st. I did 100 copies the first week, which was fantastic, which is a lot more than what I could ask for, which was fantastic. But I did have goals too as well, and that I met my goal. But I didn't think I was going to hit it like the first week though. And like I was saying too as well, the thing I did like about Amazon, like I said, because y'all were asking about the whole like, why didn't you just buy them yourself and, and sell them yourself? Which I could have did that, like I said, but Amazon literally does all the work. I put the manuscript up. I did the cover. They ship it out for you. The link's there. They do all the work. So for me, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with somebody else doing the work. I put it out there. They sell it for me. And Amazon's major. You know what I'm saying? So everybody trust Amazon. They gonna ship. I was gonna say they gonna ship on time. They doing their own little thing. But me, I know myself. I be tripping when it comes to shipping, and like I would have to. People's ordering at so many different times, and the books coming in, they were coming in too slow. So that was kind of like a thing. I had to get the thing out there. You know what I'm saying, to generate some income too as well. So that's the major thing of why I did not do that, which I'm thinking about doing it because, everybody wants to get their book signed and stuff like that. And with COVID and everything going on, I don't have a book sign planning. a book signing planned, just because of everything that's going on. So it's kind of like I'm thinking about ordering a bunch of copies, but they're taking so long to come in. Y'all have already done bought the book by now. So it's like, okay. How do you market the book? I've marketed mine strictly on Instagram and Facebook. One thing that I do like about Facebook, don't ever be prideful or ever be ashamed to message people when you release something. I was messaging people on the book like, hey, can you share this? I posted a video of me signing the book, signing the first copy to one of my friends. And I was asking people, hey, can you share this video? And that's when, because y'all know social media is all about algorithms now. I read this in a book. Facebook's the easiest way to get in people's algorithm when it comes to posts, because you get shares. And it's going to go on people's walls, people's stories, or whatever like that. So that's what I did. The video signing of me signing that book was, the video of me signing that book got 5.1 thousand views, and my goal was to get 1,000 off of it. And I put the link in there, and I'm gonna tell y'all this, put y'all on about this. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm gonna say it to y'all because a whole lot of people ain't watching these videos anyway, yet. But one thing I did do after the fact, I wish I would have did this earlier. I did go on Amazon Associates, and I got me, I'm affiliate marketer for my own book. So what I did was I went on Amazon Associates, I got a link, signed up for their little affiliate marketing program. Affiliate marketing program, in case you don't know, basically it's like, you create a link. If people buy from you on that link, you get commission. So I did that with my own book. At first, when I put the book out there, I was just copying the link strictly from Amazon, which was a long as hell link. I went back, signed up for the affiliate program. Now I get paid twice. So I get paid off you clicking on the link to buy it from me, and I get the royalties from the actual book too as well, which was super, super smart. So that's something I would set up first. That's something why didn't I think of that earlier? Because I'm familiar with their affiliate program before. So that's something y'all definitely get on that. You know what I'm saying? Because that way, you going from making this amount of money to your for your book to this amount of money from your book. You kind of inch up there just by affiliate marketing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Which was great. Like I said, I don't know if I was supposed to say that, but I'm gonna go ahead and put y'all on. Hopefully Amazon don't see that. I didn't read it in the term and agreements, but I'm sure everybody does that. But that's something I would definitely recommend y'all doing if you do plan on doing your book on Amazon. Now that my book is out, one thing that I have done, I'm starting to get feedback. I'm at the point now where people are reading it. I'm getting the feedback from the book. I am asking people, hey, can you go on Facebook and tell your experience about you writing the book? Or, hey, did you mind going, if you enjoyed it so much, do you mind going on Amazon, writing me a review? So just asking people too as well as far as marketing, because I feel like for me, I was thinking I'm going to have 2 stages of this book. People are going to buy it because it's new. I posted it. I'm so blessed that I have overwhelmed support with a lot of supporters. I have a lot of supporters too as well. A lot of people who believe in me, who know what I'm about too as well. So that's something I am thankful for. I knew people would buy it just because of, it's me. I'm the one who wrote it. I knew that. You know what I'm saying? Not an ego situation, but I knew that. So you have those people who are going to do that. So boom, I sold 100 copies just off of that. So just imagine when people start writing reviews and they're hearing that the book's actually good, you're going to start getting sales off that too as well. People are like, dang, like Takara wrote this book. It could be people who know you, who don't know you. Dang, Takara wrote this book. Everybody's talking about it. I need to go buy it, because I know the hype be so real, especially on social media. So that's the 2 parts that I was thinking of. So I haven't really had any big plans as far as marketing yet. But Facebook and Instagram, social media is free marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get your stuff off on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that too as well. But the hype be real. Like I said, just ask people to share it, ask people to say words about it. I do plan on writing more. I enjoyed this process. I told y'all the hardest part was the cover, getting it out there, what the problem. And Amazon, I tell you, it takes you 24 to 72 hours to publish it. Baby, they had that joker done in probably 4 hours. It was a lot quicker than that. But stuff usually be quicker than what they say anyway. Yeah, I had plans to write more. I know that the book it's really good to me. I'm not saying that I wrote it. It's good because for me, it's quick. You know what I'm saying? People's attention span is like that. It's like apparently the average person is less than 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So if I can get something out there that's quick, because people love devotionals. I'm a big devotional person. I need a page. If I could get something out there quick for people to read quickly, I knew that it would do well, because I've struggled myself finishing long books. If it's long, I ain't really, I struggle, you know what I'm saying? So I just really wanted something out there to be quick. And that's why I got the title from too as well, Quick Hitters, because it's meant to be read quickly. It's quick inspiration. It's quick affirmations. It's a few scriptures. It's, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I really made it the length that I did. Now, I feel like I do have longer books in me, but for this one, my first one, I just kind of wanted to get it out there. So if you haven't already, I'm asking you to go purchase my book. And even so you don't have to buy it, I'm asking you, you see me, if you follow me on Instagram, which I have my Instagram below, go share it for me. Even if you ain't interested in reading yourself, if you do want to buy it, you want to support, buy it, gift it to somebody, but share it. Tell people about it. Even just share it with somebody who may like it or may benefit from it. I think it's something everybody can benefit for. I heard a different perspective yesterday on my Amazon review. It's just how they were saying, I had a lady tell me that, she wanted to give it to her son, and great for young adults and stuff like that too as well. You know what I'm saying? But which is major too as well, which kind of makes sense, because considering the fact that I am 30, this lady was kind of 45, you know what I'm saying? She's already had her well of life lessons, you know what I'm saying? So, but she still benefited from it, which was a great thing. So, just for me, when it's talked about marketing, I kind of market mine to just everyone, we're in a time right now where it's hard to stay motivated. Everybody's struggling. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Okay. So, I think everybody can benefit for it. A lot of people want to write children's books. You can write those too. Well, just market. I think you just got to market to who you think you can benefit. In my case, I wanted something for everybody. So that's what I kind of did. Use the link to go buy the book. It's available for you guys. I hope I answered all of your questions. And like I said, if you guys would just please subscribe for me. Share this. If you know somebody who's wanting to write a book or wanting to write their, need help with publishing, share this for them too as well. Like I said, I dropped some gems in here that they could benefit from, to kind of tell them about my process and who I used, and, my editing process and all of that too as well. It's super easy, y'all. People think that it's so hard to get a book out there. Y'all, it's so easy. It's not what you think. Just research first. Like I said, I did Amazon. I have no problems with it. I'd probably do it again. For sure. I know I would do it again, especially on my second one. I do have a big one that I do plan on writing that I might kind of market maybe, but this was a great one to get mine out there. So I hope you guys learned a lot. Like I said, go subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Thank you guys for tuning in to another video, a video of Officially Takara.